Manchester and welcome to the latest episode of Our House. On today's show we've got some great bands, we've got some brilliant guests being interviewed on the couch, and we're going to have some fun and games. All this on a budget smaller than an Ant's G-string. But for right now, the presenters, Claire Curran and Rowetta!
We've got a brilliant show coming up today. We've got a live performance from Policia and I'll be chatting to their drummer, Hugh.
Lick his face.
And I'll be chatting to Will Whitehead and Julia Frost from Spinning Jenny. It's taking on Coronation Street. It's a new online soap drama and it's based on the life of a PR girl living in Manchester.
And don't forget, if you want to contact us, you can always email us. It's mail@ourhouse-manchester.co.uk.
Check out the rest of the website for unseen and exclusive performances.
And performing for us exclusively this week, it's Manchester's most exciting band. It's Policia.
Girl is on the wall written in lipstick, and I've never seen a pretty misfit. Tell a good story, ain't I'm interested, but how come it's so funny? She starts to laugh and think that I'm missing, and I look for the nearest exit. I hope to God I'm too expensive when I'm stepping on the door. I'm bringing down the two-step and the television run for less than. And you know that I think we got a good thing. If only you knew what you were out. It's just mine, from the floor. You know that she's too young when I'm missed by you. You know why I'm missed by you. It's crazy, I know you live below the shine from the one that you know it'll be outside of the faded. We got the town with a million dimensions. It's different now, we ain't even credentials. I just wanna know, oh, I think the town won't kill it. Oh, I grew to a cooler budget. Oh, I never show up on Monday. It's just the way it goes. Thinking of your number, I'm talking bricks and wire. There we go, if only you knew what you were well, she shines like a shower out of the boat. She's too young when I'm missed by you. You know I'm missed by you now. Tell me the truth.
This is St Anne's Square. Over there is the Royal Exchange Theatre. Over there is Granada. Over there is Manchester City. And over there is Manchester United. The city has seen more change in the last decade than perhaps since the Industrial Revolution. We have the old and the new. We have art, we have science, we have music, we have sport. We've got everything and more that you would need right in one city centre. That's more than you can say for a lot of other places.
It's a lot more upmarket than it used to be. It looks more like you want to shop here. Like before, I don't think it looked very nice, but it looks a lot nicer now.
Because it's just like really brought it up. It's been up and coming, the restaurants and everything and the bars.
When you look at it, it's amazing. It's Manchester.
Yes, the people there are very friendly. Everybody is friendly.
Manchester's just, well, there's everything you can look for. Whatever you want, you can get.
General people, like people that are working, and people that are homeless, and people, just general people of Manchester. Innit? That's what makes Manchester, just the people that live in Manchester.
Yeah, to make friends for sightseeing and maybe watching films and so on.
The football team, I think. The clubs.
So the people, the nightlife and restaurants, the shops and the theatres.
No tour of Manchester would be complete without the centre of its musical heart, or at least what it used to be. Behind me is what is left of the world-famous Hacienda Club. Formed by the late Tony Wilson, the media god behind Factory Records, it saw many of the greatest bands of the 1980s and 1990s. Happy Monday, the Stone Roses, the Smiths. Basically, if you were in music and you came to the Northwest, you played here. And now it's a block of flats. And what have we learned from this wonderful escapade amongst the streets of Manchester? Well, the only thing that we have learned is it doesn't matter what the buildings are like, it doesn't matter what's there, it's all about the people. And speaking of people, we're going to go to the couch and the lovely, the marvellous Rowetta.
Joining me now are two of the stars from new online soap drama, Spinning Jenny. So they're going to tell us all about it. So I'd like to introduce you to Will Whitehead and Julia Frost. I do know a little bit about this, about Spinning Jenny. It's online, it's spinningjenny.tv. And I've been watching it because I was in the pilot. And I met Will while I was doing the pilot, didn't I?
Yes, you did, on quite a cold day.
It was freezing. I had my raincoat on, but it was freezing.
Yeah, I actually got rained on later that day.
My hair that day did as well. I had a dodgy wig on that day for the part. No, but it was really, really good. Tell us everybody about it though. It's about a PR girl living in Manchester. None of you are Jenny.
No.
But you're her best friend.
I am, I play Sam, yes.
And you're her possible love interest.
Maybe.
And he's called Johnny. So we've got Sam and Johnny. The last time I met a Sam and a Johnny. Right, joking. No, so tell us about the story, because the story's really built since I did it. It was a few months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well it's centres around Jenny, as you mentioned, who works in PR. And it's basically all about sort of what happens in her life and with the people around her. So it's all about the relationship with her mum and her sister, which is quite tempestuous to say the least.
Why is she doing with them?
No, between her mum and her sister.
Oh, wait, is it incestuous?
No, tempestuous. They don't get on, they fight quite a lot, so that creates a lot of drama. There's always a lot of drama surrounding Jenny's life. And there's three guys on the scene, one of whom is besotted with Jenny, but she's not really interested.
Is this not Johnny?
No, it's not. That's a lad called, his character's called Ford Carr.
Hey?
Well, his nickname is Carr, but his name is Ford.
Oh.
And he's besotted with Jenny and wants to go out with her, but he's not really her type. And so it's a bit of a sort of lovesick puppy following her around all the time.
Oh.
And then there's a character called Charlie, who Jenny likes, but he's a bit... She can't tell if he's interested in her or not, and he blows a bit hot and cold with her, and so there's a bit of more drama involved in them. And then there's Will's character.
And she keeps bumping into you, doesn't she?
She does, literally. The first two times my character's seen, she's bumping into me, literally on the street. At one point I end up flat on my back with her on top of me.
That's how I like it. That's how it should be.
But not in that way. And then this Johnny guy just keeps turning up in her life in strange situations and seems to know people that she's connected with.
Oh, and is there any nudity in this?
When Jenny and I first meet Jenny's new housemate, because her mum arranges for Jenny to have a housemate without Jenny knowing, isn't it? In his character's called JH. When we first meet him, he's mid-shower as we come home from Jenny's birthday party, and as he comes out to greet us, his towel.
And do we see these falls?
Well,
You don't see his penis.
You don't.
Well,
know,
did I not
but
hear that he wanted
we
to
might
actually
have.
do it for real?
Not watching that episode.
In filming, the crew bet Johnny,
Oh.
who plays JH, that he wouldn't do it for real and
Did
not
you do
have
it for
anything.
real? Did you have a little...
He was going to, but then we sort of said.
What did you wear then? Did you wear
we-
one of those flesh-coloured thongs?
No, he had pants on in the end.
Proper pants?
Underpants, yeah.
I'm not watching that bit. Forward that then. So are you doing any nudity, Will?
Not yet.
Are you're willing though? You're up for it? Semi-naked, like top. You don't mind getting your kit off a little bit.
Well, all
The
I can
arm.
say is that you should just watch and find out.
And it's spinningjenny.tv.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also now it's moved to Bebo.
It has, yes.
So tell us the address for that, 'cause I know you've rehearsed it.
www.
Take your time and do it slowly. People get a pen.
www.bebo.com/spinningjennytv.
One more.
www.bebo.com/spinningjennytv.
Or you can go to the website spinningjenny.tv.
Yes.
And you can get all the information, I'm sure, from there, because I'm on Facebook. I'm one of the members of Facebook, Spinning Jenny fans.
Yes, you can be
And
a fan and a member, yeah.
It's all social as well because you can
Yeah.
vote on the programme.
And it
which is
doesn't
very
cost you a
important.
fortune.
We're
so
actually
people
hunting
say-
for votes at the moment. You have
Yes.
to vote for Johnny. We'll
Oh,
have.
what do you mean? You vote
because-
for the characters?
Well, as well as
We have that, yeah.
actual episodes, we have these things called secrets and lies, and
Which
they're
are-
individual videos of each character. Each character does one talking to the camera.
Except for Jenny, who Jenny doesn't know, and these are secrets that each of the characters have that Jenny doesn't know about. So it gives
Yeah.
the audience some insight into what's going on.
when they're
that
doing
Jenny
mine
doesn't
then,
know.
because I'm one of the leading characters, Miss Ellie, I'm her best friend in Spinning Jenny in the
Get it
pilot.
sorted out.
I haven't done a
Get
secret
one.
and lies.
Get it
You
sorted
want
out.
to get in there?
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
get
that
one.
means my part must be so minuscule.
What do you
I've
think
had
your
this cameo.
secret might be?
Everything. I've done everything you lot have done and more twice.
So everyone has one of these secrets, and you can go online onto spinningjenny.tv or onto the Bebo site.
And what's your
which,
secret?
Bebo.com/spinningjennytv.
Yeah.
What's your lie?
No,
It could be a
my
secret or
secret
it
is
could be a
that.
lie.
Originally you're from Derby, aren't you?
I am,
So
yes.
what brought you to Manchester? Spinning Jenny!
Well, no, actually.
Happy Mondays.
I was born in Derby. I went to
Nice
university in
girls.
Derby, and I'm a
It's not
Derby
a
County
university
fan.
in Derby.
Yeah,
There's
Derby
never
County
been
fan.
a Derby University in Derby.
There is, yeah.
What's it called?
Derby University.
What does it study there? Hairdressing? There's nothing there.
No, there's a proper uni and everything.
There isn't.
Yeah, we've got a
There isn't.
cathedral and a great football
You
team.
haven't. You've not got that either.
We're playing
So you
well-
lost your place in the Premier League, did you?
We
not?
did, yeah.
Crying.
Yeah, but what brought me to Manchester was just family, and then obviously, staying here now.
Premier League, you've got
because
kids here.
No, I've got my mum and dad, and obviously Spinning Jenny. I can't move away from that. So
Is this your first acting role? Big one?
big one, yeah. I've just done amateur theatre for about 12 years, and then.
Oh no, come on, that's proper because you need to get your...
Well, yeah, that's proper acting.
Yeah,
isn't it?
and once you've done that, then you can do anything.
Yeah, it's a good foundation, I think. For
And
this
what
kind
about
of
you,
thing.
Julie? Have you done much acting before?
Well, yeah, I
They've
did.
done a few dancing in a video, haven't you?
No, I haven't done any actually.
Oh, you should.
No,
A bit
I
mad.
did. I toured for about 2.5 years doing sort of theatre stuff after I came out of uni about 4 years ago. And I've done sort of short films and festival type things until this. So, done a fair bit.
Any porn? Either of you?
No porn.
Right. Well, I'd like to say
Sorry.
thank you. Have they been great guests or what?
Yeah!
Will Whitehead, Julie Frost from the Spinning Jenny online soap drama. Everybody watch it, spinningjenny.tv. And if you want to know Bebo,
Vote for
watch
me.
us all
Vote
again.
Johnny.
Thank
Hi, I'm Steve Hester from Our House, and some of you may have been wondering exactly what our web address is. Well, it is not .com. That was my fault. I do apologise. The web address that you need to go to is www.ourhouse-manchester.co.uk. And if you have any questions, queries, quandaries or quips, you can get in touch with us at mail@ourhouse-manchester.co.uk. For now, I need to go upstairs and be roundly beaten. It's my mistake. I shouldn't have made it. I really shouldn't.
Okay, very important message there from Steve. And joining me on the couch today, I'd like to introduce a very special guest. I've got Hugh here from El Policia. obviously very popular. We saw you perform earlier on. You're absolutely amazing. First of all, introduce yourself. You're the drummer.
Yeah, I'm drummer. Yeah.
And who else are in the band?
There's we've got a guitarist and a bassist. And the guitarist sings. He's Sam, and then Al's on bass.
Right. That's so how did you all get together? Because obviously you're quite young at the moment.
Yeah.
But you've got such a grown-up sound. You've got such a unique and different sound. I want to know how you got together and what brought you together. Was it your love of music? Or?
Well, Sam and Al knew each other from primary school when they were very young, and I think they used to meet up and that and like play together. And then I met Sam at secondary school, and he needed a drummer, so we formed a band like when we were very young, and so us three played as a band for a short while, but we didn't really do much, and then we just came back together. And with reference to the sound, I don't know how we've got it. It's kind of quite refined now, but we've been working on it for a while.
Do you find that you've got the same influences? Do you listen to the
more
same
or less? Yeah. Quite a lot. Well, all three of us really like the Strokes, which probably is one of the first things that brought us together. But then we've all probably got different influences when you break it down.
Yeah.
Say Sam's more into his New York kind of stuff like Lou Reed, Velvet Underground.
Yeah.
Al's like, I don't know really, can't really put a finger on what his influences are, but it'd be more or less the same. And then I'm similar kind of, so yeah, pretty much the same actually. Yeah.
Well, listening to your music, you've got a bit of a Nirvana vibe going on.
Yeah.
So were they a big part of your influence?
Didn't really. None of us really listened to Nirvana like lots though. That's the funny thing, is that we kind of listened to stuff before Nirvana, like roughly the same time, like Stone Roses we're quite into, and then more recently the Strokes, and then but most of our influences are from even further back than Nirvana, I'd say. Yeah.
So who did you grow up listening to?
I don't even want to say. No, actually, big fan of Oasis when I was little.
Yeah.
But then it's just kind of, I go through phases. Like at the moment, I'm a big Radiohead fan.
Yeah.
I saw him the other week in Manchester.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think all three of us changed. We had a phase of Cold War Kids when they came out, but that's kind of sort of died down. Mm-hmm. I don't know really. I can't. It's hard to explain, because the sound, I wouldn't say comes from. People say it sounds a bit like Nirvana, but I wouldn't say like we've got it from Nirvana. It's just a mix of all what we listen to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a hard one, the sound, I think.
Yeah. You are really unique.
Yeah,
though.
I think
all of the new bands in Manchester, you've got a really unique sound.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we started, we had this one song which we still play occasionally now. It was on the MySpace, called All in Your Head, and that was pretty kind of Ramones. And then from that, we just thought, let's get this kind of raw sound. So we just tried to keep it as raw as possible, like on the performance. Then we just keep it basic, just with the guitar, bass, and drums and vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Then rather than because a lot of bands nowadays are trying to, I would say, are kind of trying to beef it up a bit too much, with all the synths and that.
Yeah.
So we're just setting out to kind of keep it as raw as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got to ask as well, Policia. It's a bit of an unusual name. Where did that come from?
No, well, we started the band before we got the name, and we're juggling around with a few names. We had a few ideas, and then Sam just said, because we practiced in a basement at Sam's, and it basically it's just like white walls and just people write anything on the walls. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if Sam wrote it or anyone, but Policia was written there. He goes, what about that? And we thought, let's go for it really. We never thought, right, we'll keep it forever. We thought, right, for now. But then we haven't thought of anything really to replace it, so we've kept it, yeah.
And you write your own songs, I assume,
yeah?
So who does what? Because I'm not in the music industry, I don't know how you write a song, so do you all have little bits or do you just...
Sam predominantly writes the songs. I mean, he'll get the guitar and the melody and all that, and lyrics down, and then more now than I think used to. I don't know. They'll correct me if I'm wrong. But Al writes more like the bass lines now. I don't know if he always has, but yeah, he comes up with all his own bass stuff now, and I do the drums. So yeah, but I mean, it's pretty. They're not like very complicated songs. So as far as that goes, then once Sam's written the song, then it's quite easy for me and Al to just add to it really.
Yeah.
Especially as we try and keep it simple and just work towards that.
Right, well, I've got some quotes here, right, and I just want to read these out because these are amazing quotes for such a young band who are up and coming. Enemy have described you as the Monkees meets Nirvana, which must be a huge compliment.
Yeah. It is really, it's kind of flattering.
Danny McNamara
Yeah.
from Embrace says you're one of the most exciting bands to come out of Manchester.
Yeah, that was a big surprise for us because Alex, our manager, he told us that he was going through all the bands in Manchester trying to find certain people to play at his, I think, what was it? He had a show on or he had some event, I don't know if he's still doing it now. But he looked through all the bands and he picked us out. So yeah, that was a really big, it was a big surprise for us really. We weren't expecting it, really happy with it obviously. So I don't know really. I don't know what to do with quotes because just what people have said.
Do you feel
yeah, well, it's
flattered
just more flattered really. Yeah, I mean it's a
Yeah.
big honour in it
Yeah.
because Danny McNamara is like in a band and that. So yeah, really happy with them. But I would say we don't really dwell on it that much on all the kind of press. We don't get that much, but when we do, then we don't really dwell on it all that much because it's more about, I think for us it's just more about the music and just playing the gigs rather than trying to make it in the newspaper or NME or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more, we are very flattered and everything.
You're
but
happy
it's-
being at the moment, yeah.
just happy doing what we're doing really. We're not working towards getting an NME.
Well, it's going to sound a bit like an interview question, but it just time with what you've just said. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Do you want to be a big band, or would you prefer just to be gigging away and making that as a lifestyle?
I wouldn't want to be doing what we're doing now, to be honest. Like, well, I mean, it's good for now because I think we're still kind of getting better. We're still improving, but I would want to see some more development probably.
Yeah.
Tour around, play in different places in Manchester because we played quite a few gigs now in Manchester. Just rather spread our wings a bit, go elsewhere.
Yeah. So you've done quite a few gigs. What's the worst gig you've ever done? Have you ever had a really terrible experience or?
I wouldn't say it was a terrible experience, but we had this gig for Maps Festival. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's in Manchester. Must have been a couple of months ago now, and we sold like all the tickets we were given. So loads of like mates there and like people who wanted to come and see us, and then Sam's guitar, like after 2 songs, just completely broke down. So for like 20 minutes, me and Al, we just had to jam on stage just to make the time pass. So we finished it. It was actually, we went down quite well, but it wasn't ideal for how many tickets we had sold and how many people we got down.
If that was Guitar Hero, you'd be booed off.
yeah. Luckily we weren't, but I wouldn't say it was a bad gig, but it just wasn't ideal for, because we do play quite a few gigs where like we'll go say out of town. We played in St Helens the other week and we won't bring anyone down, so we're just playing to no one. But this one was like different because we were playing to everyone who likes us, so a bit of a shame, but got over it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
I want to thank you so much for coming in because everyone knows the drummers are the best anyway, don't they?
No, they don't, but yeah,
they
cheers.
do. I just want to wish you all the best in the future. You've got an amazing sound, you're a brilliant band, and I just know you're going to go far. So thanks very much
Thanks
for
a lot.
coming in.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Give it up for Hugh.
Now it's time for Steve's Paper Plane Challenge! Yes, I'm going to invite our 2 special guests, Will and Julie, to come up here. So if you'd like to come up here. Right, the rules of Steve's Paper Plane Challenge are dirt simple. Basically, you will have about 30 seconds in which to make the best possible paper plane that you can, and hopefully it should be better than the stealth bomber that was made earlier by one of our audience members. Thank you very much. So basically, after that, then we're going to pick one lucky member from our audience to throw the planes, and whoever goes the furthest wins a lovely frosty can of beer. Right, so you ready? Yeah. Stand by your papers. And in 3, 2, and 1, go! Oh God. Oh, we're doing it dead simple, straight down the side, like this.
Come on, Julia. Come on, Will.
Got loads of time, haven't we?
Don't disappoint us!
Come on! Need to Oh, we don't want to finish! You've got. Oh! And they're both finished ahead of time!
That's got a paper cut.
You've got a paper cut! Oh my god! That is health and.
Little bit of blood on it.
That's health and safety gone mad.
Little bit of blood on it.
Oh, well, you've.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
You've sacrificed for this. You've sacrificed for this, and those two look like two absolutely fantastic planes. So now we just need to invite a young member of our audience out. Who are we going to go? Who are we going to go for? I'll tell you what about this young man here?
Me!
You! Go on up. Do you want to step this way? Step this way over here. And just want to turn around to the camera. Alright, what's your name?
Jay.
Jay. Nice to meet you, Jay. Okay, you just have the audience just parting over there. And then we can start with the throwing. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Julia.
Gently.
Okay. Very gently. Very gently. Need you to throw Julia's plane and see how far it goes. Ready?
Oh no!
Oh! It crashed and burned the desk. Tell you what, yes, let's try that one again. Actually, put a little bit of oomph behind it.
Throw
Come
it
on.
properly.
No! Broken it!
I think actually that was a tie.
Sure.
Throw it again, best of two.
Shall we throw it again, ladies and gentlemen? Yes.
Just his, because mine came out here.
Just his.
Do it nicely.
Alright, try one more time.
Nice.
Throw them both together, let's see what we get.
Oh,
that was good. And it is Julius! Congratulations, Julia! You win this lovely and quite heavily disguised can of beer. A round of applause, please, for Julia!
And I hope you enjoyed the show today. Remember, if you want to contact us, the email address is mail@ourhouse-manchester.co.uk.
Which just leaves me to thank our fantastic guest today, Hugh from Policia. And from Spinning Jenny, Will Whitehead and Julia Frost. Thank you. And playing us out today, the amazing, the fabulous, the gorgeous young boys called Policia.
Makes me wonder what it's for when you don't know. Too much hate in the sky when I'm out. There's second round walking all alone. 'Cause I'm a no man with a big old house in the promised land. I'm a no man. Send it to the news, don't put it in your hand. Send it to the news, don't live for one to see. I got too high for the sky, but I don't find it all. It's been a second round on your heart at all. 'Cause I'm a sentimental man, the kind of looks in the eyes. I'm a sentimental man. I'm a with a big old house in the province.